Okay, in this video, we're going to show the installation process for the New England Arbors lamp posts. These are vinyl lamp posts that are installed. Not too hard to install. You put a lamp on top of them. And here's two that we've installed, and we have a third one that we're going to document and share. This one is New England Arbors Burton lamp post. Here is the instructions, and we'll show you how we install it. Just as an introduction, the first thing you have to do, we got wire here which we're going to put in a box. That'll be done after we're done, but you can dig a hole. The instructions say 36 inches deep, and you put in a 4x4 post and you cement it in. That part is easy, didn't record that. That's pretty self-explanatory. Dig a 36-inch hole, put in a 4x4 post, and cement it in. Make sure it's plumb level on all sides. And then the next step is putting the Burton together. We're using the tailgate here as a makeshift workbench. And with the Burton, you get a pack of vinyl cement, instructions, 2 end cap pieces, the center decorative piece, which is right there. This is the top part that the lamp post will sit on. And then you get a long vinyl sleeve, a little shorter vinyl sleeve, which is the base, and then the very top vinyl sleeve, which is that right there, and then the connector. So now we're going to put this together. It goes fairly quickly, and we'll get started. All right, the first thing we're going to do is open up and get the vinyl cement out. They give you just a little bit of that, but it's enough. Open up the cement. This is the base post, and to the base post we take these two pieces. One goes on one end, the other goes on the other. It does not matter which end. So we're going to put a little bit of glue on these to hold them in place. It comes with this. The instructions say to put a healthy or liberal amount, but if you do that, you might run out. It smells like super glue, so I think in a pinch, if you had to, you could use super glue. Probably shouldn't be sniffing that stuff, but I think you can. It'll remind you of super glue. And then we put this on the other end. Again, we're going to put some glue on it. It's kind of cold today, so it's not wanting to come out. Okay, and then we slide that into the inside of this. Just get all your pieces, and it'll go on the inside, just like that. Believe it or not, that piece is done, and it's ready to be put over the post. It comes out, just push it back in. That's the very base. Now we're going to run wire up through that in just a moment. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and get this post ready. This will be glued, stuck into here. I'll put some glue on it in a minute. This will then slide into the inside up here, like so. And that makes the top post. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. on both sides. Stuff is not wanting to come out today. It's pretty cold. Okay. So now I'm going to slide this one in there. So that's the inner sleeve in. Before we put on the other sleeve, we're going to piece this trim piece over the other top of the other one, of the upper post. And you just get this through. It should slide all the way down. Just takes a minute to get that to happen. Down piece here and push down like so. Okay, then we put a little bit more glue down around this seam. We will do right now. A little bit more glue around the seam. Go all the way around. Glue around it. And then we slide this down, cover that seam, like so. And it should be down about 12 inches according to the instructions, and it is. So that's the assembled post. Then this, of course, is the top piece, slides on there, and that slides over the post. But first we got to put our wire through, so that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so here's the post. All we've done, we'll run our wire through there. It's all going to be enclosed wiring, by the way. It's going to be sealed inside there and sealed. So we're using 12-2 Romex. This part, you just slide over your 4x4 post and it slides down inside the other seam to the right height. And now, the next thing you got to do is measure. You're going to put the top piece on, and up here, we're going to put the top piece on. And measure from the top of the top piece up here down to this seam. We want them all to be 63 inches, just in our case, because that's what the other two are. And we want them to be the same height. So that's how we're keeping the heights the same. Once that's done, we'll glue the top piece on. You hook your wire, your lamp post up, the lamp piece, and these are on. But one last thing, it's very important. These have got to be plumb and square. So you're going to spend some time getting it plumb and square against the post. And all we're going to do to keep it there is it comes with 2 screws. It actually comes with more than 2 screws, but you need to put at least 2 screws in here and down here to connect the vinyl to the 4x4 post. That makes it solid, that keeps it from moving. But before you do that, it's got to be plumb and level. So we're going to do that next and put the top on, and then we're going to show you that. But that's the process. And here is the finished lamp post. It's got the lamp on top. You just use a standard pole yard lamp light. You can get any design you want. It mounts to the top and you wire it. There's plenty of videos on that. And on top of the New England Arbors Burton lamp column. Pretty simple. You just have a base, you put your molding on it, You slide the other sleeve in it, which is this sleeve, the long sleeve. On top of this sleeve, you have a coupler right here, and you put this shorter piece on it. It's a 3-piece set, 1, 2, and 3. This molding slides over the top. You glue it in place, and that's the very top molding it sits on top and glues. It's really easy, actually. Took us about 30 minutes to put this up. That's not counting digging the hole and putting the 4x4 in. That's the hardest part of the job. But we have 1, 2, and 3. 3 of these post up. They're going to be amazing. They have a long life. They look good. So I highly recommend the New England Arbors lamp post. And they have different designs, different colors. Pick one you like. But all in all, it's an easy install. We installed all 3 of these. Total time, not counting digging the hole, probably a couple hours. So here is the finished product. The lights are on. I've got 3 of them in the yard. And these are really easy. I think I may have rushed through some of the install. So let me just briefly go over it. You have to put in a 4x4 post in the ground, cemented. That's inside of this column. 36 inches deep, 8 foot long, 4x4 post. You want to get it plumb and level as you can. This particular design is the New England Arbors Burton. So it comes in 3 sleeves, which is 1, that bottom one, 2, the middle one, and 3. They just simply slide in each other. You put a little glue on them, it comes with the glue, they hold them in place. And then you slide the whole thing down over the 4x4 post. It's really simple. These decorative pieces, they just slide over the sheet. You put a little glue around them and it holds in place. This is the cap piece. It just slides on the top. And of course your lamp just sits on top of it. You screw it to it. To get them plumb and level, you get them perfectly plumb and level, and it comes with screws. We put 2 screws in them, 1 at the bottom and 1 here. That holds it good and solid, and that's a good solid post. Make your electrical connections, and that's it. So all in all, these are easy. I highly recommend them. They've got a long warranty. We're going to do some decorative things around the bottom. We're going to put one of those rock circle things around it, fill it full of plants, cover up all the wires. Everything's going to be waterproof, so that's not an issue. Other than that, these are real simple, sturdy. We live in a high wind area, so they got to be able to withstand the wind, and I believe these will. And all in all, highly recommend them. And that's it. Sorry about the wind, folks. So hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe.